Hi, this is Paul in New Hampshire again. Today I want to talk to you about gold and the advantages of having gold and the way gold is priced. Basically, gold historically over the centuries doesn't change price or value based on other commodities. In other words, historically, an ounce of gold bought so many loaves of bread back 3 centuries ago buys the same amount of bread nowadays. So gold, in relationship to other things, commodity-wise, basically doesn't change or actually goes down if those commodities lose their value. So historically, gold remains constant. Has been for centuries, probably will not be changing in that regards in the near future. Now, so how does gold equate to modern currency, and how is that valued? There's really 3 different things to look at, and I'm getting these numbers from a website called Kitco, Kitco.com. On their site, on the main page, they show 2 variables. One is the price of gold changing versus the U.S. dollar. And again, that part of the gold price can go up or down depending on the strength or the weakness of the dollar. In other words, the stronger the dollar is, the less of a perceived value the gold has. So, in other words, the stronger the dollar, the fewer dollars it takes to buy an ounce of gold. The weaker the dollar, the more dollars it takes to buy an ounce of gold. So that's why you've seen the price of gold over the past several years be going up, because as the dollar is becoming less and less valuable, as there's more and more dollars out there in the marketplace, gold has increased in value based on the dollar. The more dollars there are, the more dollars it'll take to buy an ounce of gold. The fewer dollars there are, or the fewer, the less, the more dollars are worth, the less dollars it'll take to buy gold. That's one factor. The other factor is the purchasing, or the demand, supply and demand of gold. Supply basically stays consistent or constant in that it's a precious metal. Yes, it's being mined every day. More and more gold is being mined, and more gold is being brought into the marketplace, but that never, or very rarely, keeps up with the demand for gold. So therefore, there's a factor in there as far as the supply and demand. The more and more people want gold, the more and more the price of gold goes up based on that supply and demand. So again, taking a look at today is December 2nd, 2010. The price of gold today changed. It went up $3.60, based again on the Kitco.com. And there are 2 factors. Was the price of gold went down by 10 cents because of the strengthening of the dollar. It went up $3.70 based on the demand for the buying of gold. So you combine those 2, and you had the price of gold went up $3.60. Now, in today's market, in my opinion, the strength of the dollar is going to actually weaken, and that will, over a period of time, continue to increase like it has been over the past several years, based on the U.S. debt and other factors like that. However, the demand, the buying power, the part that went up $3.70 today, is going to continue to increase because more and more countries like China, India, Brazil, Germany are buying gold. They're changing in their dollars and purchasing gold to convert their dollars into gold. You can look at the news. That's all over the news about how China is buying up as much gold as they can. Now, there is a third factor, and this is where I'm most excited about the KB Edemattel opportunity, and that is in the currencies. Okay, there is a factor when you look at the world's currencies, in that the dollar may be weakening, but another currency may be strengthening. So the advantage that we have with the opportunity with KB Edemattel is that we can convert our dollars into gold, and that at any point in the future convert that gold into any other currency in the world. Okay. Now let me give you an example. This is a real-time example of how that can be used, and how that value of having the actual gold in your possession, either personally or in the Swiss vault, can really have some major implications here. I looked online, and you can find these numbers anywhere if you look at currency conversion. Okay, back in June of this year, 2010, the Swedish kroner, or crown, their currency in Sweden is a kroner. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Back in June of this year, 2010, the kroner versus the dollar, or kroner, I'm not sure again. Took $1 about $8, 8.12 kroners. Okay, this year, today, the exchange rate was 6.90. So $1, one US dollar got you 6.90 Swedish kroners. What that means, okay, is that if, say, you wanted to buy a Volvo, okay, they make them in Sweden. In the United States, you can actually go, Volvo will actually pay your way to go over to Sweden, pick out your Volvo, and buy it in Sweden, drive it around Europe, and then they ship it to the United States. So let's say we did that in June, okay? We took our dollar, exchanged it, and bought a $50,000 Volvo, exchanged it into the Swedish currency. That $50,000 Volvo would cost 406,000 of the kroners. I'm sorry, again, I apologize. Okay, now, if we tried to do that today, that car that we could have bought for 406,000 kroners in June for 50,000 US dollars, assuming in Sweden there's still going to be $406,000 for this car, kroners for this car, it would now take $58,841 to convert to 406,000 kroners. Now, take that and put that into the KB Edemattel opportunity we have. You could have taken that $50,000 in June, put that and converted that into gold, into the Swiss vault, and then say, okay, now it's December, and say, now I want to go to Europe and buy my Volvo. You would still have that gold, convert that into the same amount of Swedish currency, and you wouldn't cost you any more money. If you'd have done that with dollars, it would have cost you $8,841 just because of the exchange rate between the currencies. Okay, so that's the three ways that converting your dollars into gold through the KB Edemattel opportunity can save you lots of money, because as gold becomes more valuable due to the demand from purchases of all these foreign countries, as the dollar weakens based on the U.S. debt and the value that it has with the other foreign countries, especially those that have their currencies backed by something, and also between currency and currency. So the demand for gold is not only going to affect the dollar, it's going to affect, say, like the Swedish currency. That value will always go up. However, the currency to currency ratio again, depending on the different countries that are involved, you may have a gain or a loss. But again, as certain countries become more and more economically powerful, like China and India, their currencies against the dollar are rising, so that there's a major way of making money there in the global economy, as far as going around the world using these different currencies, such as vacations, traveling. If you ever wanted to go to Japan in the future, you could convert your gold into the currency, into the yen, and have more yens than you would have if you would have tried to do it with the dollars that you have in the future. So that is another advantage of this KB Edemattel opportunity. My website's on the bottom of the screen here, and so be sure to take a look at it and look around, and email me or contact me and for any more information if I can help you. Okay, have a great day, and this is Paul in New Hampshire saying blessings to all, and God bless.